Black magic.
You got to know, got to show, it's time to roll. So just tell me what you want to hear. Tell me what you want, so just tell me what you want to hear.
Welcome back to another edition of RatG TV. It's your boy Zeus, and with me, as he is every week since the beginning of time, it feels, the one, the only, the Wellandwingnut, Mr. Steve Lambert, or Lambert, as they say in the French community.
That was good timing. The seventh round just ended.
The seventh round just ended.
Yeah,
Are you happy with how the seventh round ended?
Yeah, I mean, we definitely filled a lot of holes. Talking about the NFL draft, of course, for those who aren't in the know, sporting the orange and black today. Yeah, you know, we made some good choices this year. We traded down our second pick, traded down 8 picks to receive 2 extra fourth-round picks from the New England Patriots. So we ended up getting 3 first-round picks. So it's great to fill a lot of those holes. Hopefully some of these guys work out. And
yeah, Pats are looking exciting. The Pats are actually looking exciting too, though. Mac Jones there, I mean, and they spent a lot of money in this offseason, you know, spending all around the quarterback position. So we'll see what happens. And Beck Wilkins, howdy, excited, break a leg. Thank you very much. Did you know they say break a leg because as you're auditioning, they hope you get cast? So that's where that comes from. The more you know. Heck yes! All right, Beck. All right, Beck, and I think you're a first time. I don't know Beck. Have you seen Beck's name before?
I don't believe I have.
Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining in. I hope you enjoy. This week we are talking greatest douchebags in fictional history, greatest jerks, whatever you want to call them.
But there is no shortage of.
Now, and folks, a lot of people also forget that they think douchebags and they start thinking of every villain they can think of. There are a lot of hero or good guy villains. You see the guy over my shoulder here. He's not on my list, but he could have easily topped the list because Batman's one of the biggest douchebags out there. So let us know, who do you think are some of the biggest douchebags across all fiction? So that's books, comic books, TV, movies, you name it. Cartoons, you let us know who you think. Steve and I will let you know who we think are our top 5s at least. Also, Steve, you got your 5-second movie review this week as well.
Yeah.
That's where Beck, because you're new, that's where Steve takes a movie. He'll watch a movie and he gives us his review in just 5 seconds. What movie you got this week?
Mortal Kombat, which came out last week, but we were doing our award show, so we thought we'd postpone my review to this week.
Yeah, man, and I'm excited to see your review. They have not been getting very kind reviews.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, so we'll see what if that trend sticks. Anyone from Twilight, yeah, they were all kind of douchey. I think Kristen Stewart may be the biggest douche of them all in that series. And mind you, this is just coming from someone who's only seen one of the entire series in those movies.
Speaking of Kristen Stewart, we're going to be talking about her a little bit later in the news. She's in one of my stories today.
There you go. Gord Hogue, J. Jonah Jameson, big D-bag when it comes to the Marvel Universe. Definitely a D-bag when it comes to everybody's favorite wall crawler, Spider-Man. Will, how you doing, buddy? Always good to see you, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Throughout this entire show, if you think of a douchebag you would like to mention, put them out there. Put them on blast. And this is an equal opportunity place, male or female. We don't discriminate. Yeah, we don't discriminate. There are plenty of female douchebags. I've got one on my list. I hope you guys enjoy it. And like I said, send them out there to us. Also, like this video, please. It helps us with the algorithms and with more people seeing this content. Like, share, do what you can, comment like you are. We're loving it. But thank you so much for tuning in. Now, the Wellandwingnut and I, like we said, we're going to be doing this. Normally we used to do our news for like 10 years, we did our news up front. And then whatever the topic of the show, we would do it the latter half. But we found we were losing a lot of viewers because the people would come in, they'd see the big title of the show, and then we don't get to it until like 45 minutes later. So now we switched it up so that, if you came in just for that topic, you can be there. But if you want to stay in for the news afterwards, talk to us about what's going on because, folks, a lot of times we're giving you that news before, other people. I'm just saying. And we're not saying that we get the news first because we've taken it from other sources. But I'm saying we put it out on these live streams as quick as we can for you every week. And equal opportunity D-bags love it. That's right, man. We got a D-bag for everyone. Now, with that in mind, should we get started with this week's edition of RatG TV, ranking our D-bags?
Let's do it, man.
Let's do it. All right, Steve, why don't you get us started off? I'll follow your lead. You just tell me who you got to start us off.
My youngest daughter is 18 years old, so I'm hoping a lot of people know who this first one is. It's an older movie from the 80s, but it's one of those movies that seems to keep coming around. Every generation seems to find it and pass it on to their friends, and that's The Breakfast Club. And Richard Vernon, the principal, there is no bigger D-bag than this guy. I don't have the actor's name in front of me. I don't know why, but yeah, great movie, great character. Huge D-bag, and he's reprised that role in other movies, like as a cameo.
Right, which is kind of awesome. And I wonder how they got the permission to actually do that.
Hey,
but yeah, very good one.
Next up, great movie, great book. Stephen King, of course, The Green Mile with starring Tom Hanks. Percy Wetmore. This guy was such a huge D-bag in this movie. Oh, and man, did he get what he deserved. Spoiler.
Spoiler from 20 years ago.
He ends up in one of those jacket things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, fitting.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I didn't even intend that pun, but I'll take it. Thank you.
That's what we do.
Good pick. Percy's a great pick because he's such a douchebag that I don't think there's anybody that likes that character. Hells to yes.
Next up, movie series from the 90s. We've seen a few incarnations of this character. Of course, there was the TV show too about Hannibal. Speaking, of course, of Hannibal Lecter and the Silence of the Lambs series, and that's Dr. Chilton. Man, this guy was such a D-bag. Always had an angle. Always wanted something in return for letting Clarice Starling down there to talk to Hannibal and get some information. He was eavesdropping in on their conversations for his book, right? I believe he was writing a book.
Right.
Yeah. Huge D-bag.
Oh, hated him in The Green Mile. Yes, everybody hated him in The Green Mile, but everybody loved the movie The Green Mile. Great movie, great book. Back when Stephen King was great. Stephen King's still great. It's just, I don't know. It feels like he doesn't do cocaine anymore.
And he's not always happy with the film adaptation. So
rarely, because he didn't like Shawshank. I don't think. I think it was Shawshank. He said he wasn't happy with.
And Shining, he was like very verbal about his dislike for the original Shining.
Yeah. Well, I remember us talking about that when we went to the exhibit.
Yes,
the TIFF exhibit, the Stanley Kubrick exhibit. But Stanley Kubrick loved it.
Yeah. They kind of, I thought of one and then immediately thought of the other one. And then I thought, man, could I make this whole top 5 characters just based on this actor? And I probably could have.
You could have done 3 for sure.
I only had the other 3 down. I thought they were great D-bags, so I kept them on the list. But number 2, Shannon Hamilton from Mallrats.
So, like in the backseat of a Volkswagen?
Was it Fashionable Male?
Fashionable Male. My God. What a great role. And for as much hate as Ben Affleck gets, this guy is a phenomenal actor. And this is all opinion, of course, but just you look at his range that he has, where he can play that douchebag that we're going to see later, and they're 2 completely different douchebags. a douchebag as Bruce Wayne. We see him as this autistic hitman in The Accountant. Don't forget Argo, how great he is in Argo. The Town. I mean,
The
he
one
does
with
play bullies really well, though.
Sam Jackson, Changing Lanes.
Right, that's right. Oh my God, Reindeer Games.
Yeah,
I'm sorry I went there, but I really actually did like Reindeer Games.
I actually liked Reindeer Games a lot. Great cast.
Yeah, man. Myron Hadley. Hope I got the name right. The Garden Shawshank Redemption. Thank you very much, Myron Hadley.
Yes, great.
Ronald Thiessen. Wonder when you're going to mention Wyatt Russell. Keep watching. Keep watching. So you went with Shannon there from Mallrats.
Yeah, and next, Ben Affleck again in another great role, another great movie, and that was Fred O'Banion from Dazed and Confused.
Man, what a great role. What a great movie. I mean, when I look at a movie and I'm like, oh, that was our childhood. That was our childhood. But that was our childhood in the 90s.
Right.
We were so behind in Canada and in Welland that we were partying like everybody was in the 60s and 70s, but we did it in the 90s. But yeah, no, that was our life at now.
Hey, in free country of Canada, it finds you. Nostalgia finds you.
Ça c'est vrai.
Yes.
See, Fashionable Male, classic. He's a great writer and director. Absolutely. And the further his career went on, the more we all started to realize that Oscar for Good Will Hunting was probably more Affleck doing the heavy lifting than Damon. Because what has Damon written or directed since then? And what has Ben Affleck won Oscars for writing and directing since? I'm just saying. That was mine in the 90s too. Yep. Yeah, man. The 90s was such a weird time, and it doesn't shock me to see so many people look back on it so fondly like we did in the 90s. Like I remember we looked at the 60s, especially the hippie era, as like, oh my God, that was the time to live. You know, we kind of tried to emulate them, I felt. One movie I always loved as a child was the movie Problem Child.
Yeah, with,
that kid was a douchebag.
Yeah,
that kid was a douchebag. Gilbert Godfrey, that's right. I forgot he was in that movie as well. Well, that's it. So what do you guys think of Steve's top 5? I like that. So I'm going to go. These weren't – well, this is in order. We got Breakfast Club. We've got The Green Mile.
Percy Wetmore. Dr. Chilton from Silence of the Lambs. Shannon Hamilton from Fashionable Male.
And finally, top of the list,
Fred O'Banion. Yeah.
Fred O'Banion.
You can come back again.
Right. Is that even fair that he fails again just so he can come back? Is that even legal? Oh my God. I really hope we get to do that 420 con again soon because I really missed out on not being able to host that Dazed and Confused panel. That was going to be epic. Epic. The 42020. Nice 5. Thank you. All right. Well, I agree. I think that was a great 5. Now, mine's a little more comic book related because, well, I shouldn't say just comic book, but there are comic book stuff in there. But this is Ryan's All Things Geek. I know it says Zeus there, but I am Ryan, and I do like to try to keep the geek in here for a lot of our geeks. So hence that is why my list is definitely tailored more towards our geek people. Now, somebody asked for it earlier, and I'm just going to come right out with it. This douchebag. Now, do not get it wrong. Wyatt Russell is not a douchebag. Wyatt Russell, Kurt Russell, Goldie Hawn's son, raised primarily in Canada. I mean, I'm not saying that makes him a good person because we know a lot of douchebags here too, but I mean, we're Canadian, we're great. But no, the character of John Walker on the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, or as I like to call it now, Captain America and Bucky. If you've watched the whole series, you'll get that. This guy, just even the acting right there, the look on his face right there. The first time we saw him in the costume, you wanted to punch him. But this scene right here with the blood on the shield after he brutally murdered someone. And I don't care what anyone says. They're like, oh, he killed someone who. Listen, they're like, Captain America's killed other people. Captain America and the Avengers have killed other people, always in the heat of battle. They never executed anyone. What John Walker did was an execution. It was an enemy combatant who was unarmed, who had surrendered, who was giving up, who had admitted to, I didn't even kill that person. And he still executed him. So for that, John Walker, you are a douchebag. We got some comments here. Yes. Best actors equals hated in real life. Exactly. And there's some other ones there that we mentioned that aren't on my list. But I'll give a quick honorable mention. We got like you said that, and then I'm looking through here and I can't even find them. But this guy is probably the first one on everyone's list. Did such a great job acting that people just hated him in real life, and he quit acting. Did you see the pictures I sent you with the Snickers and the Captain America? Yes, I did, but I had already shared it on the page, so that's why I didn't share it. But yes, that was a great one. Great minds think alike, my friend. So that's number one on my list is Wyatt Russell. Not Wyatt Russell, but John Walker, the U.S. agent. Number two on my list, and I almost wanted to put him number one. He's actually going to show up in our news later as well. This is a comic book character we haven't seen him on the big screen. I think we've only seen him a couple times in the animated universe, but that is Guy Gardner, the ginger Green Lantern from Boston. He's got the Boston attitude from the cop family. Listen, that's his preferred construction that he comes up with, a bat, because that's how much of a douche he is. He just loves to fight. He loves picking on people, and he doesn't care who he pisses off. And the person he pisses off the most in the DC universe is ultimately Batman. And this is probably my favorite interaction between the two. So yes, for that reason, Guy Gardner, you are a douchebag of the superhero level, and you make my list number two on that list. Now, number three on this list, I had a hard time. I didn't know if I was going to put him at 3 or number 4 because, I'm making them going from bottom up. But Rick Sanchez, what can you not say about this guy? This guy who loves his family so much, yet if you watch the show, you realize that's not even his real family that he lives with because he abandoned his original family on another earth. Like, I mean, it's just so crazy. The drunk. I watched a behind the scenes with this, and the actor that plays him, Justin Roiland, they actually let him get drunk before he does the role. He does a few shots, and they try to get him not too drunk. But so he is a douchebag. Now, like I said, we are equal opportunity here. We look at everybody when it comes to being douchebags. We don't care if you're male or female. And for that reason, I have stuck with the superhero universe. And I was like, who's the biggest female douchebag I know when it comes to superheroes? And for anyone that watched any of the Netflix series, I think we all agree Kristen Ritter as Jessica Jones is quite honestly the biggest female douchebag, at least superhero we've seen in fiction. And I think she more than earns that. I wanted to put her in actually twice as Jessica Jones and once as her character in the movie She's Just Not That Into You, where she's the best friend. She is so good in that. Oh my God, and that just reminds me, TJ Miller could be on this list a million times as well for a million different roles. But yeah, number 4 on my list, definitely Kristen Ritter. No relation to John Ritter, which I always thought they were related for some reason.
John Ritter, both of his sons, 2 of his sons, I believe, are actors, but I've only ever seen one in something. One of them he was one of the main characters in Freddy vs. Jason.
His son's in a lot of stuff lately, but he plays a lot of like guest roles. He played the murderer on something recently. I'm not sure what it was though, offhand. Cecil Stedman from Invincible, if you've seen the show. I don't think Cecil's a douchebag. We are going to talk about Invincible, though. and how great that first season was. But we'll get to that in news. Yes, Kristen. And I like her. I love her. I think she's a great actress. But she plays the bitch. Great. And when I say the bitch, that's just our way of saying the female douchebag. I don't mean to put a gender role on it, but yeah. She played that bitch in Apartment B, right? So that be. But number one on my list, and this is me we're talking about, so we know that it's not going to be a real person. This is fiction, so anyways, I just mean it's not going to be live action. Number one on my list is I grew up as a big James Bond fan. Love James Bond. Love spy movies. My favorite spy of all time is Sterling Mallory Archer. I mean, I didn't want us to get thrown off of here today. I was going to download a whole bunch of clips and put them up here, but we're just going to stick with the memes. I mean, Archer is definitely the biggest douchebag out there. He is mean to absolutely everybody. He only thinks about Archer all the time, except for when he's not, I guess. This kind of was, he was thinking about black people, I guess. But he's just so ignorant. He doesn't even, he's so ignorant. And it's funny is because he's super intelligent, but also super ignorant at the same time. And then I just had this last meme just because I thought it was funny. Mixing a little Batman with Archer. Right. If I get tired of Dick, which I won't. And he just wants to say phrasing. Anyway, so yeah, that's my list. Number one, definitely Archer. My late night watch. Yeah, me too. I watch a lot of Archer. Honestly, I'm still on a Night Court kick right now, though. I can't. I don't know. I've got the 24/7 channel, and I don't care. I don't care. I'm legit. I walked out of my room the other day laughing, and I'm like, I asked my son, I'm like, is it dumb that I'm still laughing at the same jokes, the same episodes I've been laughing at since what? 1984? We weren't even 9 years old. 9 years old? I'm still laughing at those same jokes?
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? Archer is a great pick. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's both our lists. Did we miss any there? I'll recap mine real quickly there. Number one, we had U.S. Agent. Number two, Guy Gardner from the Green Lantern Corps. Number three, Rick Sanchez from Rick and Morty. Number three, Jessica Jones. And number one, Sterling Mallory Archer. So that's our list. Keep on coming up with your lists. I love it. Beck, I'm loving that you're loving the show. Thank you so much for that. You can follow us on YouTube as well. And who knows, maybe one day I'll talk Steve into doing a couple TikTok videos with me as well. So you can follow us on TikTok. I'm already there, so I'm loving it. I am. I'm so addicted to TikTok. It is ridiculous. Like, I'm not even doing a lot of videos. I wake up in the morning, I turn on, I do Reface, look at Reface, see what videos are on there, and then I go to TikTok immediately, and I just scroll in bed for like 20, 30 minutes. It's ridiculous. You said three twice. Which three did I say twice? Wyatt. We've got Captain America, Guy Gardner, Rick Sanchez, Jessica Jones, Archer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. Stop it. Stop trying to confuse me when I'm stoned. Which means don't try to confuse me ever. Because I'm usually stoned. Cool. Hell yeah. I'll check them out. All right. So yeah, that's it. That was it. We got that done pretty quick. I'm surprised. Now, throughout the rest of the show, folks, if you want to keep giving us your favorite douchebags, if you think of some that we had forgotten, we do have some honorable mentions. Steve, you saw some on, I guess you don't really have capability to look because you have your phone in use right now.
I wrote a few down, but did not.
Well, somebody had said Scott Farkas.
Yeah, this was one of them.
Scott Farkas from The Christmas Story was a great one. I forget who had said that. I do apologize. I'm going to find it right now for you guys really quick. I don't even care anymore. Wow, there's a lot that we missed, actually. So here, I'm just going to read these off, actually. So I'm just going to show some pictures of, but you said Paul Reiser, of course.
From Aliens.
We had Adrian Brody here from something, I don't know what it was. But that's what they told us. They're like, yeah, this guy, and you told me it was from this movie, so that's what I put in there. King Joffrey. Bricktop, that's one that I thought about afterwards from Snatch.
Yeah.
So I thought, great movie, Snatch, as the Batcave moves in the back. Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter. Nothing beats the feeling of meeting a friend after a while apart and just sitting and showing each other good TikToks. Yeah, man, like, I don't know. Why do I love TikTok so much? Why do old people love TikTok so much? Because I see a lot of people my age or older on there. A lot of people my age, though, and I'm old. I'm just saying. But so Steve.
It fits our...
It does fit our demographic. Kevin Lemotang said Chet from Weird Science. What a great pick. Chet the Bully Brother. It was Chad Golden who said Paul Reiser. Rob Miller said Chris Sky. We said fictional douchebags, not real life douchebags.
Yeah, the list would be way longer.
I would tell you to go look that guy up, but don't give him the kind of advertisement. Percy from the Green Mile, Tyler Heitman agreed with you. Eric Lampman also said O'Bannon. I was going to say O'Bannon as well, but I saw yours. The Handler from Umbrella Academy. The Deep. Oh my God, I always forget about the Deep. Is he a douchebag or is he just a fucking creep? Because
he both.
Yeah. Wayne Cleary said, oh my God, what's his name? The Battle of the Bastards.
Oh, yes. Oh, geez, I can't think of his name, but yeah, he was a douchebag.
Tyrion? No, not Tyrion Lannister.
No.
He wasn't a Lannister. Both. Yeah, I forget. Wayne Cleary also said Joffrey. Daryl Hannah's character in Kill Bill. I didn't think she was a douchebag. I thought she was just an assassin.
I haven't seen those in a long time.
And Mr. Purple, or the Purple Man in Jessica Jones. Creepy Creeper. Yes. The Deep was a creepy creeper. Flash Thompson, Jeff Russo says, I love this because he is a douchebag in the modern one, like in every telling. And he's not the jock douchebag anymore. Now he's the rich kid douchebag in the new Spider-Mans. But in the old ones, remember, it was Joe Magnanella. Oh,
right.
Too bad we're going to be doing this, or whatever the line was. Richard Vernon, Breakfast Club, that was the principal's name. Right. Jeff Russo also said almost every James Spader character. He's right. He's right. I love James Spader, though. Ed Rooney, Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
Real life, too.
Somebody had commented that. Barry Morgan said, he is far more troubled and problematic in real life. Ramsey Bolton. Thank you, Gord.
Yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Ted McGinley from Revenge of the Nerds. Deanna said. Deanna went off. Peter Skarsgård and Boys Don't Cry. De Niro and Cape Fear. Again, creepy. I don't know about douchey. Scary. I don't know about douchey.
I'm going to take a lap while you name all of hers.
Yeah, go do that because I'll be going for a while. Steve, but you know this next one. Rodney Dangerfield was a piece of shit in the movie Natural Born Killers. Woody Harrelson and Juliette Lewis, they were not douchebags. They were psychopaths. Yeah. But they were far from douchebags. Yeah, Rodney Dangerfield. What's that?
Rodney Dangerfield, definitely though.
Oh, for sure.
Make sure it's a good one. Going up and after.
Oh my God, creeping me right out. The Doctor from The Human Centipede. Ronald Thiessen says Benedict Cumberbatch is Sherlock Holmes. Douche? Yes. Benedict Cumberbatch in almost everything plays a douche, and he's great at it. But his Sherlock is fucking great. And it was Ewan Ruin. That's the guy that plays Ramsey Bolton. I'm pretty sure that's his name. And
he was also in the Motley Crue movie.
Yes, he played Mick Mars. He did a fucking great job there. And then he wasn't, well, everybody was horrible in Humans. So I don't blame him for that. Deanne is still going. She said Bryce Dallas Howard in The Help. Yeah. Nate Cochran said Joffrey. Adam Eason said Stephen A. Smith. Blasphemy.
He was one of the doctors
from First Take. Him and Max Kellerman. He's that black guy that's always. Yeah, he's awesome. I love him. Ladybugs D-Bag. Yep. And Malfoy. See, I said that to my son earlier, and he said that Malfoy. He doesn't consider Malfoy a D-Bag. But I haven't watched the Harry Potter series, so I can't really say myself. Adam Thiessen said Bricktop from Snatch. Barry Morgan said Craig Schaefer's character in This Is a Wonderful Life. Or Some Kind of Wonderful, I should say. Ace Merrill from Stand By Me. Guess who that was from? Deanna.
Huh?
Brad Wesley in Roadhouse. That's Mark Monahan. And let the bully in. Or the bully and let the right one in, and all the others that tormented Carrie. That was Kurt. So thank you all. Keep them coming if you like. We do need to get to the next part of the show, though. Before we do get to that part, which is Steve's 5-second movie review of the movie Mortal Kombat, we do want to remind you folks of our sponsor here, how we pay the bills. Well, at least how we keep the internet going here. And speaking of internet, folks, are you in Canada, anywhere in Canada, and you're looking to save some bucks but not sacrifice service? Give my buddy Tony Dockrell a call over at DocNet. You see it right over Steve's head there, docnet.ca. He's got you covered for home, phone, and for internet all across Canada. Anywhere you can get an internet signal, Tony can get it to you and get you the strongest service that's possible for your area. Give Tony a call. Tell him that RatG TV sent you, RATG. Don't tell him the Wellandwingnut sent you, though, because he still owes him money from this gambling debt from years ago. Steve will always bet on the Bengals no matter what. I don't know what it is.
I thought they were shooing for the Super Bowl last year.
Every year. It's so strange. But yeah, give Tony a call over at
Red Wings fan too.
That's why. I was even going to say that. It's because you were spoiled so much as a child being a Red Wings fan, getting so many championships and having so many good teams that now you're like, oh, all my teams got to be good. It was just the Red Wings, dude. And now they've joined all your other teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, DocNet. Speaking of DocNet, look at our boy Jordan James right there. Folks, Jordan James, he's not in this week. He will be back next week. Make sure you do check out the Jordan James Show. New episode dropping this Tuesday. Let me check my calendar right here just to make sure I've got it right. Yeah, this Tuesday. It's Alexander Gould episode is coming out this week on the Jordan James Show. Make sure you check it out. Jordan's great job. Does a great job promoting some positivity out there with a lot of social influencers out in the world. And yeah, Derek, yes, Step Bros weekly watch for years. So this is where you're going to probably stop watching the show. I hate Step Brothers, but Steve likes it. Might even love it. Yeah, I'm not a Will Ferrell guy. I'm sorry. I would like to
let him be, boy.
What?
Nothing.
Yeah, peep him Tuesdays. Every Tuesday, check him out. Jordan James Show on YouTube. You'll be able to find him there. And yeah, but that brings us to time of the show that everybody enjoys, and that, of course, is when Steve gets to do his 5-second movie review, and you are reviewing the movie Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Are you ready for this, Steve? Becca's never seen this before.
New one. We should tell people it's the new one.
Oh, yes, this is the new Mortal Kombat. Well, it's the new one, because there was a new one last year, but that was an animated, which was fucking dope. And then there was Mortal Kombat Annihilation back in the day, but it wasn't that one either. Or the original 1994 Mortal Kombat either, which wasn't too bad for the time. I'm okay. I digress. But with that, folks, it is time for Steve's 5-second movie review by Steve. Yeah. Jazz hands. Okay. Yeah, this is happening. Hello there, Fallon Shaw. Kano. Oh, Kano in Mortal Kombat was a douchebag. Great one. All right. Let's get to this, Steve. Let's hear your review. I am going to put 5 seconds on the board, and when I do, you can start your review. If you're ready, you may begin.
These video game movies always start out with these great ideas, but they just can't seem to finish them.
Oh, yes. That's what happens with Steve with me. He's cracking me up. Yes. So, yeah, these video games, I guess, acquired taste. What did you think?
Overall, I'd say it missed the mark with me. It had some great scenes. Speaking specifically about some of the finishing moves, but other than that, there was definitely a few really great scenes. I do think, like a lot of other people on the internet and reviews are saying, that Kano definitely stole the show. So hoping to see more of him in the second one, of course, with Johnny Cage, as they teased at the end with the poster there. So, but all in all, I'd say probably 5 out of 10.
See, that's still not bad though. That's still a 50%. What would you give the original? Like, where does it compare to the original for you? At least where does it compare?
It has been so long since I think, just based on the couple really cool kill scenes and the action in this one, I think that one probably beats it hands down, just because we're so much far further along with CGI and that. But you know what? If you're a fan of the series, and if you're a fan of the video games, and if you just like blood and gore, check it out and form your own opinion.
Exactly, like we always say,
the fight between Sub-Zero and Scorpion is worth it alone.
The fights, like the opening sequence, and then later on. I mean, I like this movie. I'm not gonna lie. I did enjoy this movie, but I didn't love this movie at all. I think Cole was a wasted character. I understand what they're trying to do, introduce a new character, because then that's only good for the game, because they can introduce them into another game, give you a new reason for Mortal Kombat 12 to come out, and it's got a storyline. Exactly. But I'm with you. Kano stole the show in this fucking movie. He was great. My boy Joe Taslim, though, Sub-Zero, guy plays Li Yang on Warrior. He was in the Raid movies. That dude is for real. Like, that dude, if they ever make a Bruce Lee movie, a movie based on Bruce Lee's life again, they need to cast Joe to play him, because he's the only one that I've ever seen as fast as Bruce, and he doesn't even study the same style. I think he was like a judo champion, and he's learned everything else. And he's from Indonesia, and he was speaking fluent Japanese and Chinese in that movie. Like, I mean, the dude is super talented. So I want to see more of Taslim, and I'm with you. Give me more Kano in the next one. Epic review. Finish him. I don't think this is a spoiler, but I'm going to throw a loop. When the little girl shouted "Dad," I thought she was his younger sister. Yeah, because Cole is kind of young in this to be having his daughter being. She looked like she was maybe 12 or something, right?
Yeah.
And she was kicking some ass too, wasn't she, at some point? I mean, it was an all right movie, but yeah. Kurt says excellent review. I agree. I like the original back then. I want to see this one too. Yeah, this one's fun. If you just turn your brain off, it's that kind of fun. But that's it. There's not much more to it than that. This movie is basically a setup for a sequel.
Right.
And sadly, I think Steve's right. I think 5 is a fair mark. I think, excuse me, if I was to give it anything more, I'd at the most give it a 6. 5.5 though.
I almost said 5.5. Yeah.
Yeah. Patrick Bateman, American Psycho. Not a douchebag. Not a douchebag. A psycho. A psychopath. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think to be a douchebag, you have to have emotions. You have to realize that you're hurting somebody and not care. And I think and I realize with the sociopath, they say it's the same thing, that they don't care. But I think it's different. Like, they don't have any feelings for anybody, anything. Like, they're just ambivalent. Whereas a douchebag is doing this for the rush. They're trying to get their own emotions going up because it makes them feel better to make other people feel like shit. But that's just my own personal opinion. That being said, though, wow. Damn. Time to get to some news. But before we do get to the news, hey, if we're gonna do the news, we got to have a cool opening title for it. All right, so Dr. Death, you start us off every week with some pretty bad news. I guess you could start us off again this week, the same way.
No, this first one, again, if you're not over 30, you might not remember her. 89 years old. I'm speaking, of course, of Oscar winner Olympia Dukakis. She'd been sick for months. Oscar winner for Moonstruck. She was in Steel Magnolias, which was critically acclaimed. The Look Who's Talking series.
Yep. Christy Alley's mom, as I was corrected by your wife. You're not wife, but wife.
She's in the other room. It's okay.
Oh, it's okay. I give you credit.
You called you the W word.
I gave you credit, though. I said you corrected me. D-bag has money or privilege, and yes, it hurt, but don't carry up. But he consistently competes with coworkers to be the best. The card scene, for example. Yeah, but I don't know. I have a hard time putting him as a douchebag. Anyways, she was 89. They say what she died from?
Yeah.
Natural causes?
Like I said, she had been sick for a few months, a few things. So we're not sure of actual cause of death at this point. This one actually just broke right before we went live.
Right.
Yeah.
And she wasn't the only one we lost this week, but a lot of people don't know him, but they know him. Right.
Now, this is what the younger generation will probably know. He became a famous GIF or GIF, however you like to say it, in 2015. He's a Spanish comedian. His name is Juan Yoya Borja. 65 years old, known as the Spanish laughing guy. Like I said, he was a Spanish comedian on multiple shows on Spanish television, and most known for, of course, the famous meme.
Yeah, the laughing meme.
Yeah.
Anyways, I won't do it. I do have a reface of me doing that somewhere, though. Hey, long time no see, D. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Regina George and Mean Girls. Definitely a douchebag. Definitely a douchebag. Hans Gruber in Die Hard.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, low-key douchebag. But yeah, I'll give you that one. So,
hey, sorry. Can you fill that water up for me?
Sure.
We've gone from deaths to somebody breathing life into hopes of getting fan cast. And that's The Miz in the WWE. Put his name in the ring for Mortal Kombat 2 to play Johnny Cage. And I kind of like this idea. He's been in a whole bunch of movies. He's got his own television series. He's already that type where he's a failed actor who thinks he's a great actor. You know, he's starred in 6 Marine movies, but they're the Marine movies from WWE, and that's basically it. But I really low-key love the idea because he fits Johnny Cage to a T. And that was great. But that idea quickly died. As much as the fans were loving it, once this person put their name in the ring, it's all over, man. Now, if Ryan Reynolds is actually serious about playing Johnny motherfucking Cage in Mortal Kombat 2, it will make all the money in the world. I'm calling it now. It will be the blockbuster that year. That'll be the one movie that'll rival Marvel movies that year.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh, I know. No, I'm just kidding. David, I was thinking the same thing. I wanted to strangle that chick in Mean Girls. Lando is
Yeah, I give him that one.
He has been a douchebag, but I don't know if he is a douchebag.
Yeah.
He's done douchebag things, but I don't know if he's a douchebag because we've all done douchebag things. You show me a person that's never done a douchebag thing, and I'm showing you a fictional character. Honestly, it's just the way it goes. But I think I'm all right with that one. D says unless Deadpool 3 comes out the same time. Oh yeah. I mean, Deadpool 3 is a few years away. I think they said so. I don't think we really have to worry about that too much. Anyway, so yeah, that's my Johnny Cage news. Ryan Reynolds is going to rock it, as they say. See what I did there? Gonna rock it, rock and roll. The next story.
Oh, rotten.
See what I did? See what I did there?
That was not the next story. Oh, yes, you're right. It was the next story. That's why I didn't get it. I'm on the wrong page here. Russian activists. I don't have the guy's name, but a Russian activist has been charged and actually convicted. He's been sentenced to 2.5 years. He was facing up to 5 years for sharing a Rammstein video on YouTube. The song in question was the song "Pussy" by Rammstein, of course, a German techno metal band. And that's not the only news we have for Rammstein. There's also a campaign going on now to have the newest stage set up for their latest tour to become a Lego set.
Come on, you're playing with me.
I am not.
You gotta let go of this. You gotta let go of this stuff. It's just not stacking up. It's just not stacking up. That's the last of my Lego puns. I got nothing else. So sorry. So first time I had Steve be like, "Yeah, I'm out. Fuck that guy." When I do a dad joke and Steve's like, "Yeah, I know I've won." Amber, thank you for laughing at it. That's how I know it was good. I'm gonna redeem myself before I go to bed and just go with Tony Stark. Peace out. Yeah. Tony Stark's a douchebag. I'll give you that for sure. Have a good sleep, brother. This has been lots of fun. Still lots more news here to go. Up next, we got some Mandalorian news. You know, we talk about Legos, but Mandalorian's got some gaming news going on. Well, tell the folks about that, Steve.
Yeah, so the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, is notorious for doing live stream announcements and live stream videos and putting stuff on the shelf in his background that teases a future Xbox or Microsoft announcement. And his latest video was no different. Fans spotted a Mandalorian Funko Pop directly behind him on the shelf. Of course, news automatically spread to a Mando game that's been in development already. We don't know a studio. We don't know anything about it. This is purely speculation.
Yeah.
But I mean, you got to think that a Mando game is definitely on the horizon.
And didn't they say there was a new Star Wars game coming out though? Didn't we do a story on that not that long ago?
There is another. I believe it's like open world, like
Right.
the old Republic type video game coming out. I believe, yeah.
Yeah. And almost like the Fallen Order, which was another epic game. I don't know if you've ever played that though, because I think it's a PS exclusive.
No, but Austin had that one for
did he?
Xbox. Yeah, I didn't play it all the way through though.
Oh,
It was a
I like
where
that one.
I was Ian from Shameless.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Or Jerome from Gotham, aka the Joker. Same kid. Same ginger. Who would have been another good Guy Gardner. I'm just saying. Anyways, go ahead.
Next story.
Yeah, you got the
I
next
go
story.
again?
Yeah, it's all you, dog. See what I did there?
All right. So this is a story we reported a few weeks back. Lady Gaga, Grammy Award winner, Oscar nominated. She had her dog walker was attacked, shot. He was in intensive care for a long time. He has since recovered. They expected to make a full recovery. One dog was found right away. Another one was returned by a woman the next day who didn't claim the reward, said she didn't want it. They have finally had 5 suspects, and they've arrested them and have all been charged with robbery and attempted murder.
Good. Fuck those guys.
Yeah.
I guess you could say they were barking up the wrong tree. That's right.
Are you paying her?
What?
Are you paying her? I got for transfers.
Whoa, hey man, don't start bitching now. Because it's a dog, and female dogs are bitches.
Well, water went the wrong way on that one.
I know you haven't watched Invincible yet?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. I really highly suggest you get on the Invincible train here. And you're a Robert Kirkman guy as well.
Yeah.
And this is Kirkman's
project.
Yeah, and this was the Kirkman book that he did before Walking Dead, I believe.
Okay.
And during its run as well. And this was like his first baby. I had a great time watching this. I had never read the comic books. I'm going back and reading them now. Excuse me. I didn't want to ruin the first season for myself, just in case there's any similarities like they do with The Walking Dead.
Right.
Same storylines, they just change characters in and out of them, So, but I really, really did enjoy the show. It's shocking at so many different moments. They just got picked up for season 2 and season 3. For those of you that have watched it, guys, what the fuck are you thinking? How good was this first season? Is it just me that thought it was great? Beck says, "Holy crap, Gaga! Wow!" Jay, how you doing? Yes, I binged it after I saw your meme. It was great. Yeah, man, such a great show. I mean, the first episode is still so hard for anyone to beat, in my opinion, because it's just so shocking. And if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, almost every voice actor of importance in that first episode is a cast member or former cast member, and I love it. Thank you, son. My son getting me a refill here. The Jack was a little harsh. Needed some cut. But yeah, it's been a great show. It's very, very violent, very over the top. It makes me want to watch The Walking Dead as an animated show. I want to see Kirkman go with an animated version now, because as much
stick to the script.
Yeah, because nothing can hold you back though at this point, because special effects can only bring you so far in the real world. There's only so much you can take from the comics and do on there. Did you know he was talking today as well? This has been on my list too. I need a binge day for Invincible. Let me know. We can do a watch along. I have a Discord room. I'm just starting to learn how to use it though. What was I just saying? Before she said that, I don't know. And Steve never listens. Invincible. No, we're past Invincible. Might have to check it out. Anyways, I forget what it was. Anyways, it's these little short cigarettes that we're smoking that does it to us every time. So we'll get back into it. But yeah, I am going to do a binge of Invincible. I might actually start it tomorrow during the day just because I don't think I have any shows going on tomorrow. So yeah, there's that. Anyways, check it out. Check out Invincible. They've got season 2 and 3 coming. Heck yeah. All right, Steve, what do you got, buddy? What's up after Invincible?
Speaking of our brain cells being dead,
Right.
Story has really excited. George Romero, as you see him on the screen there, his last script was mostly done when he passed away a few years back. We found out right away that his wife was going to ensure that him and a few of his longtime collaborators were going to work on the script and finish it up, polish it up. We now know that it is done, and they are looking for a director. So Twilight of the Dead will be the last in the George A. Romero saga.
So here's my pitch. They somehow make a zombie George Romero and have him in this movie.
Yeah, I like it.
But a prominent zombie. Like, I don't mean that he's like obviously he's not going to have a speaking role because they're not those type of zombies in these movies. But I mean, he has to be one of those ones that you see, or like a zombie that gets a major kill from one of the main characters, like when you're not expecting it.
An actor who I don't know his name, but he's been in a ton of stuff. He's actually been in a lot of the Dead movies from St. Catharines, Ontario.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, hey, there you go. Niagara region representing like we do, yo. Well, that's awesome. We got some other news. I got some casting news. We talked earlier about biggest douchebags out there, and I told you about the Green Lantern named Guy Gardner. Well, there's the HBO series coming out, the Green Lantern Corps, which is going to be like a cop show, and he is going to be one of the main Green Lanterns, and they have cast Finn Whittemore as the next Guy Gardner. And I'm okay with this. I don't know much about this actor. I looked him up a bit. I didn't know any of the roles he had been in. I knew of the movies, a couple of the movies, but I hadn't seen them. Right. So I'm all good with new actors coming in. My only thing is please, 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 please dye his hair ginger. No, I'm serious, dude. There's this new... Yeah, right?
Actually blonde.
But you could pull it off, though. But what I'm saying is there's this new theory going on online about how gingers are being recast in all these different shows and stuff. So like Starfire was a ginger. Now she's, a black lady or whatever. You got this guy. And they're doing it with blondes all the time too, or strawberry blondes like Barry Allen, Wally West. So I don't know. Like, gingers need some representation too. That's all I'm saying. I hope they make the director of the Twilight series for TOTWD. Don't ban me, boys. Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, me. He is in American Horror Story. Finn he's great. Yeah, I heard he was in American Horror Story, but I haven't seen the seasons that he's been in.
Okay.
Interesting choice for Guy Gardner. Yeah, that was. So I don't know who the actor is. So as long as he can be a douchebag, that's all I care about. If you can be a douchebag, I'm happy with it. Gingers are being bred out too. Word. Well, I know, but that's why we keep Steve around, just for his ginger beard. Twilight of the Walking Dead. Oh, gotcha.
That's right.
Yeah, you're right. I know nothing. I'm like Jon Snow. All right. So up next, we got some. You spoke about St. Catharines earlier. We got some more Canadian content up next. Yeah, you.
David Cronenberg, one of my absolute favorites, of course, Scanners. Well, one of the all-time great horror movies, thriller. I don't know what you want to call it, but I mean, great movie, great Canadian director. He's doing his first original script since 1999's existence. He's going to be directing this as well, and it'll be his third movie with Viggo Mortensen, and that's the new Crimes of the Future. It stars Viggo Mortensen, Kirsten Stewart. It's going to be slightly set in the future, and it's going to be about the emergence of the synthetic humans.
I was just going to say some type of mutant people. I mean, it's Cronenberg.
So I love this idea. I'm a big Cronenberg fan. We went to the exhibit. Love Viggo Mortensen. Eastern Promises and History of Violence were the two projects that he was previously in that Cronenberg directed. Great movies.
Wait, Cronenberg directed History of Violence?
Yes.
That's a comic book too, eh? Did you know that?
Is it really?
I think it was a Vertigo comic.
Oh, wow.
Which I think DC Comics owns now, so yeah. No shit. Oh, well, good for him. Hey. So we talk about meme stars and Twitch stars and things like that. We talked about the gentleman who passed away, and he was a GIF. Like, we all knew him for his GIF and stuff. Got this little one. And wow, time has flown. And you're telling me this story about her.
Yeah, so this is Zoe Roth. She became famous for this 2005 pic. I don't think it became famous in 2005, but that's when the pic was taken. Her dad took this photo of a house fire across the street from their house. Became a huge meme. She became known as Disaster Girl,
right?
With millions of captions being subbed in. She has sold the original photo at auction for $500,000.
Good though, right? I mean, right though. I mean, if you're one of these meme people that your face has been used forever and ever, and people have profited off of your face, and you've never made a dime off it, and everybody knows your face. I mean, I'm not saying she deserves anything, but I mean, I'm happy for her. You know, like that guy who does. I don't even know who that guy is that does the stun look all the time.
Oh yeah,
the double take guy. He kind of looks like Dexter.
Yeah,
but
Dexter.
We don't have that story, but yeah, they dropped a new trailer. Wow, man! And then Jennifer Carpenter teased that Deb might be back.
I know, right?
Now, I haven't seen the last season. I know he kills her and chops her up in the woods.
I hope it's a flashback, because I really hope they don't try and bring her back in some living capacity.
Like a Bobby Ewing thing. Dallas. Yeah. Smart girl. Yes. Agree. Aye. Very smart girl. And then up next, we go from, Disaster Girl to the Prince of Darkness.
Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne, you're seeing the cover of his last album, which was 2000's Ordinary Man. Since the pandemic, of course, Ozzy, been 1,000 things wrong with the guy. If you've ever seen an episode of the Osbourne, he's got like a fishing tackle box of pills that he takes every day. He's had a rough go the last couple of years, and he said that the one thing that's kept him alive is he's working on a new album, and he's got 15 tracks down already.
I mean, I don't know this. Like, and this is an honest question, and it's going to sound snarky or whatever, and I really just honestly want to know, how much writing has he ever actually done on any of the music, though? Like, doesn't he have other people write his songs for him? Like, wasn't it Randy Rhoads back in the day, and then fucking
Zach Wild?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, like, when you're looking at all the Black Sabbath stuff and you look at all the solo Ozzy stuff, it was rare we saw Ozzy's name. We saw his name on the writing stuff, but I always figured it was just they did it because they had to. You know,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
who understands him? Who's like sitting there and transcribe? It's you can't tell me Ozzy's using a computer or writing down, and you can't tell me anybody understands what he's saying when he's talking. Sure, when he's singing, you can understand him, but it's the same thing with that. What was it, Conway Twitty or whatever, the stuttering country singer who couldn't get a sentence out, but whenever he sung perfect.
Hey!
Same deal.
Big Conway Twitty fan.
Yeah!
Is it Conway Twitty that was the one that stuttered all the time?
No.
I don't think that was him. I forget what that guy's name was.
Called Conway Twitty. Come on the show.
Dude, Cannonball. Remember the Cannonball Run movies? Remember Cannonball?
Yes.
It was the guy that was with Terry Bradshaw the entire time. He kept stuttering the entire time. He's a country singer. He used to be on Hee Haw. I'm so old, and I get I'm black and I shouldn't know the Hee Haw stuff. I'm sorry. I have a white family.
We were just talking about
God. Yes, he has writers. Thank you, Beck. That's what I thought. All right. One more story for you, and then I got one.
Yeah, this has been something we know for about a year or two now, that The Walking Dead was going to be doing a trilogy of Rick movies to button up that storyline and find out what happened to Rick after he got picked up from the helicopter. Of course, due to the pandemic, this last season has been stretched out. We just got the final few episodes, and it was of an extended season. We know that the next season is going to be the final season, which will also be extended. And then we have the 3 Rick movies. So The Walking Dead finally coming to an end over a decade later.
Yeah. And then, like I said, I watched an interview with Kirkman today. There's more stuff coming for
Reincarnation
Rick Grimes, too.
Yes. Daryl and Carol will be getting their own spin-off. Spoiler. So obviously they don't die this season. We know that there's going to be another show that's going to take place every week. We'll follow a different storyline, so you won't have to watch week to week necessarily.
Gord Hogue says Mel Tillis. That's the guy that was the stuttering guy from the country singer. Yeah. And Beck says, "Oh my God, hee haw." I'm thinking Beck is our age, and she was raised by my grandparents as well. Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, there's one thing I keep meaning to tell you that I saw in that interview. Did you read Walking Dead issue 75? When you read the comic books, do you read trade paperbacks? Or do you read?
So I started a few years. It had been out for a few years when I started. So I actually, the first 7 I bought like the hardcovers.
Yeah, the graphic novels. So you didn't have the. So in the original run,
I caught up around issue, I think 91, and from there on, I was reading month to month.
So Kirkman tells a story saying that in the back of the comic books, he had the letters page,
right,
where people would write to him, and there was a couple people that kept writing and saying, "You're going to run out of ideas soon," blah blah blah. And he had joked saying, "Oh yeah, I'm going to run out of ideas soon. By issue 75, I'm going to have aliens invade." In issue 75 of the original release, he does the letters page, which shows him make fun of that. And then they do a thing where aliens invade, and all the characters from The Walking Dead get superhero powers and fight off the invasion. And then the next book, people are like, "What?" Because it goes back to normal because he was just fucking around with whoever, trolling the folks. And then people are like, "What happened?" But so you've never read that then, eh?
I don't remember that, no. So
no, that's too bad. Yeah, shit. Well, look for that. Damn it, look for it. Who you hitting? 84. Yeah, younger. No, I'm old. Oh, man. He says that is how he got Image to publish The Walking Dead into the documentary about Image starting. Yes. Told them aliens would invade. Oh, right. I saw my share of hee-haw. I'm older than you. Hee-haw! Well, you're also a Steelers fan. We don't feel bad for you. Steve definitely doesn't feel bad for you. I was gonna wear my Vikings jersey today. I don't know why I didn't. Oh, I know why. It's because I have the blue screen on. Then I just a floating head with yellow Vikings. Yes. So last story. Russell Crowe is joined the Marvel Universe, and it feels like he's trying to take over top spot from Tom Holland as spoiler king, as he has spoiled who he is playing in Thor Love and Thunder, and I absolutely love it. Russell Crowe to play none other than I know it looks like Odin there. He's actually playing Zeus, the Greek god Zeus, which to me is freaking awesome. Not just because, the nom de guerre there, but because one, Zeus has always been my favorite god out of all all the gods. All of them. Putting them all in there. But not only that, in the comic books, in comic books and in myths, my second favorite has always been Hercules, the son of Zeus, who is also one of the best buddies of Thor, although they also fight quite a bit. With that being said, that means fucking Hercules could be coming to the MCU. Please, oh please, do not let it be The Rock. Been there, done that. Just saying. Don't do it. Hi, guys. Joining a bit late. Yes, last story, but that's cool. They should have given you that role. Should have given me that role. No.
We'll do one more story just for you.
All right. So we can expect Hercules. Yes, exactly. That's what I was saying, Kurt. And yes, Russell's so happy about that. Me too. Like, that's freaking awesome. And then, yeah, Steve's got another story there for you.
So I'll just rip these ones off and we can just comment on it. Song of Kong, we know is going to be the next movie in the monster verse of Godzilla Kong.
Yeah, that's so weird that they're going to have, like, fucking Khan's son on that, though. Because, like, I thought after, Wrath of Khan, we had seen the last of them. I don't remember him procreating or having kids in the Star Trek movie. Kong. Gee. Not Khan.
Yeah.
Oh.
Right. You probably saw this one in the news this week. Security cam footage picked up Adam Sandler being turned away from an IHOP with one of his children.
Yeah. Fucking awesome. He wasn't turned away. He was told he had to wait, and people didn't know that it was him. And he was like, peace, I'm out. Who would I cast as who? As Zeus? Like, aside from Russell? I think Russell Crowe's a great idea for Zeus. If it's not Russell Crowe, then yeah, I'd cast me. Just get me the same trainer Chris Pratt has, please. It's a clone.
This is a weird story. I saw this one yesterday. Lay's is going to be coming out with a new flavor of Lay's potato chip, and the flavor is going to be Doritos Cool Ranch.
What?
You heard me.
Wait, Lay's owns Ruffles, though. Yeah, but no. Who owns Doritos? Doritos is their own thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, what? What?
I just reported, man. You were today years old. And my last story.
Yes, me too. What?
Remember the Magic 8 Ball? You would ask it a question and then you would turn it over and look for
your
answer.
Talking about Hot Shots for a second. Because the Magic 8 Ball at the pool hall from Welland was way different than, yeah. Anyways, yes, I remember the Magic 8 Ball you'd shake, not the one that went up your nose.
So the Magic 8 Ball has returned. This time, when you ask it a question and turn it over, it will answer you with a gift. or GIF, however you prefer.
I say GIF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember hearing somewhere.
Well, the guy who
Cool.
invented it said GIF.
Right. That's what I was going to say. Yeah.
But
I was just reading Beck's comment there.
yeah. And he says that because it's a soft G for generated, right?
Right.
Right. It's a generated image, blah, blah, blah. But there's GIF pop or GIF peanut butter, JIF.
Right.
So fuck you, man. I'm sorry. They were there first. They get it. You're GIF. Who would I cast as Hercules? I mean, shit, man. That's a tough question because then you got to look at. You want to say you got to look at dudes that are fucking jacked right now, right? But they don't necessarily have to be jacked now because if you look at pictures of Chris Hemsworth pre-Thor, when he was an Australian actor, and I think he was on a soap opera, he was tall, but he was never thick. He was like a scrawny surf dude, you know? So you could really have anybody. I would want to try to keep it. I would look for a Mediterranean actor. I know that sounds stupid. I want authenticity. I want someone as close to Greek as possible playing the role. And yeah, they got to be able to get jacked. And they don't have to be Greek. They could be from the Mediterranean, like that area, Italian, whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I'd have to look. I'm intrigued. I tell you what, though, whoever Marvel would cast, I would trust them just because they really haven't got any of the shit wrong. Like even when they got it wrong, they got it right. Like the last one they got wrong was Terrence Howard as Rhodey in Iron Man, the original Iron Man, and they still got that right because he was still great. It was just he thought he was better than Robert Downey Jr. and wanted more money. And Disney was like, "This is Iron Man. This movie is Iron Man, not Rhodey."
Hello, Beetle.
And the very best is in the next movie in Iron Man 2 when Cheeto makes his fucking big reveal when he shows up. They're in court and Cheeto walks up and Robert Downey Jr. looks up and was like, "I wasn't expecting you." And he's like, "Look, it's me. I'm here. Let's not make a big deal about it and move on." I'm like, fucking right. So meta. I love when shit does that. What gave you the jitters? Oh, and thank you, Gord. I thought Frito-Lay did own all of them.
Okay.
Because we had the Frito-Lay company here. Like we had a Frito-Lay here in Welland, like one of the distribution centers. I don't know if we still do over off of Major.
It's a couple blocks from my house. It's not there. It's something else now.
Yeah, and Chad Golden, you said gave you the chitters. Let me know what you're talking about. Beck says Chris H. Just go through the cast of 300 and pick someone. Haha. Oh, shit. Michael Fassbender as Hercules. Maybe. The only thing with the cast of 300 is they're all like 10 plus years older now than what they were when they were in their Jack 300. Because immediately I thought of Gerard Butler, but then I'm like, fuck, man, he's old. I don't. Hercules is an immortal now. Like, he was a demigod who died, and he died performing these heroic feats. Or after, he didn't even die performing a heroic feat, if I remember correctly. He died, like, whatever. But they had ascended him to godhood after that. So he's an immortal at this point. So it's got to be someone who looks at the most mid-30s, I would say. I would say cast somebody in their late 20s so that you can keep them on. Because if Hercules is going to be an integral part of the next phase of Marvel, you're looking at the next 10, 15 years of their life. And you want them to look relatively the same age. Big problem with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He was kind of old when he got the part already, and he aged as he got older, and Wolverine's not supposed to do that. Not as quickly as he did in those movies. So just saying, I'm a geek. Nick Cage. Dave, get the fuck out. No, I'm just kidding. The 8 Ball from Rack and Roll.
Another oldie.
Shout out to John Holiday. I hope John's doing well. I haven't seen John actually since probably Rack and Roll days.
Yeah, I've ran into him maybe once in the last 10 years or so, I think.
I always liked him. I thought he was a nice guy. Yep. Yeah, they need to keep youth for Hercules. I totally agree. The Mountain from the Game of Thrones. No, actually, not too old. I don't know if he can. Here's the thing. I don't know if he can act well enough, but I don't know if you need to be a great actor to play Hercules. Because as much as I loved Hercules growing up, because we had the cartoon, Hey Herc, and I had all the mythology books from my grandparents, but he was always kind of dumb in the mythology books. Like I remember reading like the Iliads of Homer and stuff. He was an idiot savant almost, because he wasn't exactly what you would call intelligent, but he would figure shit out though. Like when he was put through some of the labors, the 12 labors of Hercules, some of those he had to use his brain to get past, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know if the Mountain can pull it off. That's very interesting though. I like where your head's at with that. I do. I really do. I don't know who else could really do that though. Excuse me. So yeah. But that's all the stories I had, and you did all the stories you have. I don't know what else you folks got. It's been a long time since I showed this. I'm going to show it one more time, just because why not? I'm not getting paid for it anymore, but hey, I really do like the soda, and hey, I did a commercial, so fuck it. Zeus here with Canal Side Soda. We are about to show you how to make the perfect Valentine's Day cocktail. Hey, it's February. What better drink to make for February than a drink for lovers? I'm not sure about you, but for me, I like my drinks on the rocks. We've paired up with our favorite Valentine, Dark Waters Rum. Couple ounces, that's all it takes. Now, we add our Canal Side Cinecola. I'm just going to pour it right in there. Give it a little stir. And last but not least, no drink is complete without the cherry on the top. And always make sure you have two for you and that special someone. Time really flies when you're having rum. Mostly just because I'm vain. Cheers. Actually, that would be really good with some of my Jack Daniels tonight. But yeah, that's basically it for the show. I don't know. You got anything else, buddy? Anybody else got anything in the comment section there? Do you have an idea for next week's show? Anyone, Steve? I really enjoyed this episode. The biggest douchebags. I love when we rank shit, so I wouldn't mind doing another ranking show where we rank the best whatever. Yummy. Yeah. That was actually very yummy. It tasted like the sweet or what are those? The Swedish cherries. Those candies that we used to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good. That's what those taste like. That drink tastes like. But if you folks can think of what should we rank next, this week was the best douchebags. We could do the best Boy Scouts. It's not as fun. And it's going to be Captain America and Superman at the top of the list, really. Oh, my God. How did I forget Jack Bauer? Jack Bauer just popped in my head. I don't know why. Love 24, one of my favorite shows, but Jack Bauer's a douchebag. Oh, my God.
Great.
Right here, Deanna Hurst has the number one douchebag. Should have been on both our list. Did Nellie Olson get mentioned from Little House on the Prairie? Nellie Olson is the OG douchebag.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure she pioneered resting bitch face.
Like, for real, Steve, talk some stuff about Nelly as I look her up here so I can upload it for the folks.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, this was the show Little House on the Prairie starred Michael
Bandon.
Landon, thank you, who was also on Highway to Heaven that preceded Little House on the Prairie, which was another great show.
Yeah,
it was pioneer times. It was a small town. I can't think of the name of the town, but it was the small little schoolhouse, the one town doctor, the town confectionery, and it was just the trials and tribulations of pioneer times. And there was always some kind of tragedy. Like the sister went blind. I remember.
Yeah.
Like things were hard enough.
There was so much on the show, and I honestly hated the show when it first came out. Like when my mom would like make me watch it, my grandparents would make me watch. I'm like, this show it's trash. Like, why are we watching this shit? And then it would, like, as I got older and we're watching the same I would find that I would be putting it on anyways, and I'm like seriously, what's wrong with me? But this is Nelly, for those of you that don't remember. And Nelly was like legit the OG worst person on the face of the planet, coming from that rich money, and just lording it over everybody. Beck says best female comic roles. I could do that. I don't know if Steve can. I'm the comic book. The guy with the Batman background is the comic book. The guy wearing the Ant-Man shirt,
Wonder Woman.
But I do like it. See, if we did the best female comic roles, I'd be like, oh, well, we got Squirrel Girl, we got Jean Grey, we got this. And Steve would be like, oh, well, we've got Lisa Lampanelli, we've got Nicole Scherzinger, or whatever her name is. And all the stand-up comedians is what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, I could do with two of those. Yeah. Damon Wayans. What about Damon Wayans? He was the last Boy Scout. Yeah, I know he was the last Boy Scout. I love that movie. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, great movie.
Drinks, not female comics, actually. Old GD bags. Yes, preach. Did you laugh at Mary going blind? You were evil. Family Guy did a good spoof of her going blind too. I mean,
I'm that guy.
I didn't laugh at her going blind. I just didn't like her.
Send all your hate mail to wellandwingnut@gmail.com.
Been a long time. Send it on up. There were enough people dying from
all letters. All one of them.
We need more hate mail. And that was from a DJ from 91.7. Check them out, though. Great station.
Yeah.
Buddy Danny Z started there today, covering for KK.
Some great talent over there.
This guy. Kind of, sort of still. I mean, on the book still. Yeah, but aside from that, I don't know. If you folks think of something you want us to talk about, you can keep commenting on here after the show's ended. I check all the comments everywhere. I do want to let you know there's been some fuckery going on with Facebook as of late. I don't know what it is, but I've been having issues when I'm not around Wi-Fi, if I'm out in the world, like if I'm at work. My comments, like when I go to check Facebook and the app, the Ryan's All Things Geek app that many of you are watching on, if you guys are commenting, I can see the comments have been made. I just can't see the comments under my notifications. So I have to actually go to each individual post to see if stuff has been. So if you're commenting on something that's like from days ago and I don't give a like, and I know I normally give a like to every comment, although I am trying to change that too, because I'm noticing a lot of you guys are saying some really horrific shit. So I'm not liking any of those comments, and I'm actually deleting some of those because, come on, we don't have time for hate in this world. But yeah, and, that's why I haven't been commenting, though, is because of that. I don't know what's going on with Facebook. It's been weird for a lot of people as of late. So, but just so you know, that's what it is. If you guys want, later tonight, 10 o'clock tonight, I will be joining Jade Parks with another edition of He Said, She Said. Tonight we are doing actors and actresses, some of our favorites. We switched it up last time. I gave Jade my favorite actress, Charlize Theron. I gave her one of her movies to review, and she gave me her favorite actor movie to review. Now we've switched it up. I gave her one of my favorite actors to do, and she gave me one of her favorite actresses. So for the actor-actresses category, I gave her Mel Gibson's Ransom. Give me back my son. And she gave me Meryl Streep's It's Complicated. Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin. Your eyes just, have you seen it?
No.
Oh, I was going to say, because your eyes lit up. In the second one, we did, we stuck with this. We went with D-bags. So movies that have big D-bags in them. So for my movie that was given to me, Jay gave me the movie All the Money in the World. And I gave her Dazed and Confused.
Nice.
Yeah, so. Yeah, if you want to see what our review was like, tune in tonight right here. Ryan's All Things Geek. Oh, honestly, I'm not sure we'll be on Ryan's All Things Geek because we might be on the YouTube page instead. So go to RatG TV on YouTube and follow us there. Or you can go to our, if you are watching on Facebook right now, you can go to our He Said, She Said Facebook page. Give it a like. He Said, She Said with Zeus and Jade. You'll see my face there. You'll see Jade's. And give us a like, and you can come watch us there. As just like here, we will put your comments up. We love talking with you all. And now that I'm done school, I've officially graduated. Well, I've officially got the marks that I've graduated. So we'll see what happens between now and then. But yeah, so I have more time. I am working, but I don't have homework anymore, so my nights are a little more free. So we can do some more stuff with the Patreon page, as well as with Steve and myself. We will try to get in with the Discord page with you guys, or if you guys want to do watch-alongs. I'm telling you, though, for the horror movies, you guys want to do a horror movie watch-along, you're doing that shit with Steve.
It's hard trying to join the show again like she does every week.
But thank you very much for the congratulations. Thank you, Dave. Steve, you got anything?
That's it, man.
That's it. All right. Well, it has been a fun show. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining in. Beck, thank you for joining in for your first show. Deanna, thanks for coming back. Been so long. Harpo, thanks for joining us. Amber, thanks for laughing at my jokes. And
she's watching something.
Oh, Steve, if you like horror movies, did you watch Ravage?
I did.
What did you think of Ravage?
I liked it. Good movie.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Was it scary?
I mean, not much scares me anymore, but
City of God. I don't know. I'm not sure what that is, bud. City of God. I'm not sure. But no, I haven't seen it. But if that's a major D-bag, we'll check it out. But yeah, I'm not going to keep Steve all night, and I'm not going to keep you guys all night, especially if you're coming down later. It was disturbing. Yes, it was. All right. Well, for the Wellandwingnut, for myself, Zeus, this has been another edition of RatG TV live right here, and we will see you all next week. Same rat time, same rat channel. Peace.